Hey y'all, Beasley here, this time coming to you from my neighborhood, Tulsa's historic Riverview neighborhood. In the northwest corner of the neighborhood, we find this Route 66 monument titled East Meets West. First, we have Cyrus Avery and his family traveling in their Model T across the Arkansas River Bridge. And then we have this wagon load of barrels and pipes from the Red Fork oil fields on Tulsa's west side. This is where East meets West, young meets old, the future meets the past. This is where Riverside Drive meets Route 66. We are at the top of Riverside Drive. Looking south to the Riverview neighborhood on the right, you see the River Parks trails and the Arkansas River. To the left, you see this open space, which is the planned site of a new Route 66 roadside attraction, the Route 66 Experience. Not just a Route 66 museum. Plans include retail, a restaurant, a pedestrian walkway that connects to the River Parks trails, and a small drive-in theater. As we look northeast and toward downtown Tulsa, we find this stylized Route 66 shield on the pedestrian bridge that connects Cyrus Avery Centennial Plaza to parking atop Crybaby Hill. Note the font of the numbers 66. It's reminiscent of the 66 featured in the logo of Phillips 66, long headquartered north of Tulsa in the beautiful city of Bartlesville, Oklahoma. The supports for the bridge presents the classic zigzag Art Deco style that was common in Tulsa during the early days of Route 66. It's seen in the sharp angles and the repeating geometric patterns of the light fixtures atop the columns. Let's take a few minutes to look at the East Meets West sculpture, which is flanked by the flags of the 8 states through which Route 66 traverses. The driver of the Model T is Mr. Cyrus Avery himself. Mr. Avery came to Tulsa early in the last century and founded the Avery Oil and Gas Company. As his business expanded, Mr. Avery, Cy as he was known to his friends, purchased a cattle ranch near Tulsa and a 1,400-acre farm northeast of the city. At his farm, he was frustrated by the lack of quality roads necessary for getting goods to market efficiently. He recognized that his personal business success and the continuing economic progress for Tulsa was dependent on infrastructure improvements. Riding in the car with Mr. Avery is his wife, Helen, their daughter, and the family cat. Everybody a little freaked out about this encounter with a horse and wagon, most especially the cat. I love the detail on this sculpture. Let's take a minute to look around. One of the fun details on this Ford Model T is the grasshopper splat right on the front grille. Mr. Avery must have been a snappy dresser, loved the tie and coat flowing in the wind. But my favorite are the shoes. This teamster is trying his best to control these horses. He's got his foot on the brake. And again, such detail, you can actually follow the brake all the way down to the wheels. In the back of the wagon, pipes and barrels that represent the early days of the oil industry here in Northeast Oklahoma. Mr. Avery's passion for infrastructure improvements and new roads in the city of Tulsa led him to be elected as county commissioner in 1913. It was in that capacity that he lobbied for and got approval for a new bridge spanning the Arkansas River, now known as the Cyrus Avery Memorial Bridge. The successful completion of this bridge in 1917, connecting Tulsa with the oil fields of the Red Fork and the Glen Pool, led Mr. Avery to be named as a member of the Oklahoma State Highway Commission and to be appointed to the Federal Joint Board of Interstate Highways. It was in this capacity that he ensured that the road from Chicago to Los Angeles included a trip through his hometown of Tulsa and across this bridge, his bridge. An interesting note, there was once a trolley that crossed this bridge. You can see the faint outline of the tracks, which may still be in place underneath the concrete and asphalt. This Route 66 bridge was closed to traffic in 1980 after the completion of bridges on Southwest Boulevard and I-244 over the Arkansas River. In 2008, the bridge was deemed to be even unsuitable for pedestrians, was closed, gated, and locked. Now pedestrians and cyclists cross the Arkansas River under the new 244 bridge just north of Route 66, completed in 2014. We are now underneath the I-244 bridge, looking back toward Cyrus Avery's Route 66 bridge. And as we look across, you'll see there's some historical information there. This is an overlook, doesn't go all the way through, but it's a great place to watch the great raft race on non-pandemic years. And then we continue to look across to River Parks Trails and the new pedestrian bridge. Let's go take a look. This bridge was designed to be what is called intermodal. So we have the vehicle traffic up top. To the left is the bridge for pedestrians and cyclists. And where I'm standing now, there are two bridges for railroad tracks, one of which was supposed to be for commuter rail to Oklahoma City, a dream many of us in Tulsa have had for a very long time. We've got the infrastructure in place, but right now, this is a bridge to nowhere. One of the fun things on the pedestrian bridge to the west side of the Arkansas River is it too pays homage to Route 66. You can see here as we start our walk across, we start in Chicago. Many cities listed along the way as we traverse more than 2,400 miles to Los Angeles. We've traveled outside of the Riverview neighborhood. I crossed the Route 66 bridge over the Arkansas River to Tulsa's industrial west side. It's here on the west side of the Arkansas River that we find the latest Route 66 roadside attraction, this neon sign park. These signs are replicas of neon signs that once stood alongside the Mother Road here in Tulsa. Route 66 and neon reunited on the west side of the Route 66 bridge. A lot of people out this evening because this evening at sunset, for the first time, they're going to turn on the lights to the neon sign. So let's go watch the show. The old timer and I hope y'all enjoyed this brief look at Cyrus Avery Centennial Plaza on Route 66 in Tulsa. If you'd like to see more content about Tulsa or the Mother Road, please like, subscribe, share this video. I hope to get more content up in the next couple of weeks, and your comments are always welcome. If you have ideas of things to talk about here in Tulsa, please let me know. Thanks.